So guys, what's going on? Oscar Valdez dominates Jason Sanchez. He drops him and just looks fantastic. I think Oscar Valdez is a very, very good fighter. Got a great chin, great has great fighter, just a great fighter. I feel like he could probably be outboxed. He loves to have a tear up. What's his name? Oscar Valdez. He loves to have a tear up. But if you look, if there's a quality boxer that can box, I think he'd struggle. However, his performance against this Sanchez, obviously, he was dominant, and against a level of opponent like that, he's gonna be dominant. Jason Sanchez came to fight, but obviously he wasn't in the same class as Oscar Valdez. Now, Oscar Valdez is talking about unification bouts or a super fight with Carl Frampton. I do think at this stage in Carl Frampton's career, I think Oscar Valdez will be a very tough fight. I think Carl Frampton comes to fight and he likes to have a scrap as well. But I just think Oscar Valdez might be a little big and he might be a bit too fresh for Carl Frampton right now. We saw when Scott Quigg fought Oscar Valdez. He gave Oscar Valdez a very good fight. Scott Quigg ended up having his jaw broken and stuff. It was a very tough fight for Quigg. Valdez is a guy that if you stand and trade with him, right, it's going to be a cracking fight because this guy loves to have a trade-off. He loves to get in a war and just swing bombs. And I think Carl Frampton's that type of guy. Carl Frampton, he's a decent boxer, but I don't think he's got what he used to have. And I think Oscar Valdez probably beats him on points or even stops him, if I'm honest with you. I think the Josh Warrington fight, if that fight can be made, oh my God, that is an unbelievable fight. Those two guys, both fresh, both young, and those guys both love going to war. They love going to war, and you can just see an explosion in that fight. You can just see a fight where they're both going to be going to war because Josh Warrington likes to fight up close and he likes to have a tear up. So does Oscar Valdez. So you can't see anything but a great fight between those two. That stylistically has got a great fight written all over it. That would be a phenomenal fight and a fight that, would interest a lot of viewers. That would be a brilliant fight. I think they should, both of them can get through their next fight. Well, Valdez has got through his. If Warrington gets through Kid Galahad, I really think both promoters, I think Oscar Valdez is with Bob Arum Top Rank and Frank Warren, and Queensbury Promotions need to think about making those two get it on because like I said, I think that would be an epic fight. I think stylistically the styles match up really well and I think you'll get a cracker of a fight. So that's why I think the fight between those two needs to happen. And also it's for a unification bout. Now I do think if Oscar Valdez wants to take Carl Frampton, I think Oscar Valdez beats Frampton at this stage in Frampton's career. That's just my opinion. Frampton's a guy that can't be overlooked. But I just think that at the minute, at this time in Frampton's career, I just think Valdez is too fresh for him. Too fresh and I think he'll beat him. He either gets a late stoppage or a points victory, in my opinion. Also, Valdez is a champion, so Frampton's probably going to have to go to him. Not to say Frampton travels well. He beat Leo Santa Cruz. Frampton's probably got a couple options. He probably wants to fight Leo Santa Cruz, but I do think Leo Santa Cruz beats him now. I do think Frampton's probably gone over the hill a little bit now in his career, but he's still ambitious. I don't think in his heyday he would have lost to Warrington. That's just my opinion. I think he's a better fighter. He was a better fighter than Warrington, but everyone gets old and I think Frampton's not the fighter he was. He's had his great days, he's had his great wins, and unfortunately, I don't think he's the fighter he quite was. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think about Oscar Valdez's dominant performance against Jason Sanchez. Who do you want to see Oscar Valdez fight? Do you want to see him fight Carl Frampton in a massive showdown? Where will that fight take place? I think it'd have to take place in America. Valdez is a champion, of course. I'm not sure Valdez is going to travel. Or do you want to see him wait out and fight Josh Warrington? If Josh Warrington can beat Kid Galahad, which is no gimme, but he is the favourite in that fight, Warrington. So I would prefer to see that fight. That would be an excellent matchup, and I think it'd be a great fight for the fans. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.